shit, Tank. Not no financial advice, but I'm telling you, man, put your check on that boy, man. You finna come up, man. I'm telling you. That boy hitting like Mayweather and Pacquiao combined.
With his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach, Tank has taken social media by storm with a fierce training video. The raw intensity and speed he displays left even Floyd Mayweather speechless. Now going viral, the clip shows Tank in peak form, faster, sharper, and more dangerous than ever. Fans are fired up, fighters are uneasy, and Floyd looks stunned. But what's the real story behind this video's impact? And how does it tie into Tank's talk of retirement and his ongoing tension with Floyd? The moment Tank dropped that clip, the internet exploded. This wasn't just another training video, it was a statement. Tank means business. The video featured lightning-fast combos, crushing body shots, and smooth, confident footwork. But what truly stood out was his raw, undeniable power.
My hands, before I go see Tank, I gotta get shots in my hands. Then I gotta make sure my hands is right, because I don't dumb him down with his punches. I let him do it. You know what I'm saying? And he gets you go, you all right? Yeah, nigga, work. I just feel sorry for them guys that really pushed the button. Martin pushed the button. Y'all see how it went out.
This didn't look like someone thinking about retirement. This was a fighter who's still hungry, still dangerous, and still out to prove he's one of the best. Even Floyd, usually composed and in control, seemed caught off guard. 4 months, he's questioned Tank's focus, decisions, and discipline. Their strained relationship drew even more attention when Tank announced his retirement plans, something Floyd clearly didn't back.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Floyd seemed convinced that Tank had lost his edge, sidetracked by drama and outside distractions. But this new footage turned that narrative on its head. Suddenly, Tank doesn't look finished. He looks more ready than ever to dominate.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover, boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of competition. He was
Yes,
doing that a
and,
lot.
and he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
And for Floyd, who played a key role in shaping Tank's early career, this brings up some serious questions. Did he misjudge Tank's mindset? Is he now concerned that Tank might prove him wrong? Or does he still believe the fight against Roach is too risky? Whatever the case, one thing's clear: Floyd didn't see this coming. And let's be honest, that footage wasn't just for hype. Tank looks fully locked in for what could be one of the toughest fights of his career. And this story isn't just about Floyd, it's about Lamont Roach too.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
By dropping this footage, Tank sent a clear warning shot. Roach might be sharp and technically sound, but Tank's bringing a level of intensity and power that few can withstand.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
For weeks, experts believed Roach's timing and defense might challenge Tank. But after seeing this training clip, many are starting to reconsider.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about
Tank's speed, power, and aggression now seem capable of shutting Roach down before he can even find his rhythm.
Beat his ass for y'all talking. For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
all that
quiet,
ski
y'all
mask
was,
and
if y'all
all
was
that.
loud.
They got
What
the hood
you
over there,
talking
Tank. Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck
Y'all
about none
can
of
do
that.
whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none
My
of that.
mother, he
I
can't
don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
y'all
gonna get f***ed
under
up
y'all
over here.
face
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
can't.
he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool. Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you off your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's
like
going
that.
on. Y'all know
I like
how
that.
I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
This video didn't just boost Tank's hype, it also ramped up the pressure on Roach. Always the underdog, Roach now faces even steeper odds with Tank looking sharper than ever.
I think that's a pretty good fight, man. I would have to go with Tank, though.
Lamont will be moving up. What would he have to do to make that fight?
Oh, he moving up?
Yeah, it would be, he's the champion at 30.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to go with Tank.
What does he need to do to make this competitive?
Don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, move, time up. But it's difficult when you fight Tank, man. It's difficult when you fight him. Because Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. And also, like I tell people, Tank can box when he want to box.
And remember, Roach is the smaller fighter, which already makes for a tough matchup. But when the bigger opponent is Gervonta Davis, it becomes an entirely different challenge.
Gervonta's a smart dude, bro, and he said you really should have waited.
No, you should have waited. You should have waited for a little bit more time. You stuck your head out there a little too soon.
And he was right. He was absolutely positively right.
Oh, let's not look goes Mountain!
And so now here we are, him fighting this cat Roach, and I'm like, isn't this dude like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight, yeah.
No, that bothers me. The reason why that bothers me is because Gervonta is too great and too skilled to be fighting dudes smaller than him. Gervonta Davis can knock out welterweight. He probably could knock out a couple of middleweights. Why are you fighting somebody smaller? Only time I approve great champions fighting smaller guys is when you're not known for your power. You're basically using your superior skill set and showing against a smaller, quicker guy that skills don't dissipate.
Still, Roach can't be underestimated. He's known for his technical skill and his knack for wearing opponents down over time.
Man, then the nigga keep talking about some no disrespect. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You's a real fake nigga, for real. Like, you's a real fake nigga. Fuck is you hating for, bro? Every time you see me, it's what up, shawty. Is that, you know how you talk. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm really him. I bring any type of smoke to anything in my way. Fuck is you talking about? I am him in that ring.
The big question is, can Roach handle Tank's explosiveness, or will he crack under the relentless pressure? This video also shines a light on Floyd's recent warning. He's urged Tank to skip this fight, fearing it could end badly. Floyd believes Roach could pull off an upset, especially with Tank possibly distracted by retirement talks and not fully locked in.
Are you retiring?
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during the time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford and Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like you said, you got to talk today.
But after seeing Tank's training, some are starting to question Floyd's judgment. Maybe Tank isn't distracted at all. Maybe he's sharper and more focused than ever, especially since he's facing someone Floyd actually supports. And we all know how Tank feels about that.
Like, I gotta do that. A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, those two have had issues from the get-go.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel. He said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you, And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. That's what I was told at the time. So
Definitely, their tension goes way back to the beginning.
My advantages in this fight are my IQ, my mental, my will, my skill.
True, Floyd's worries aren't unfounded. He knows how unpredictable boxing is. And despite Tank's impressive form, Roach is far from an opponent to take lightly.
Still in here. I know he has his big Tank on here. Yeah, Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know. He might have bounced. I don't know. He might have bounced. He was only on for a second. Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I would love to bring you in. Only because I know for like the longest Tank has had an issue with fight hype, with me. I was like, bro. Pull him in. Pull him in. I don't know.
How do I do it? You gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
If Tank wins, it cements his legacy and lets him retire at his peak. But a loss could undo much of what he's achieved and hand Floyd the ultimate "I told you so."
Promise you. Now I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah.
Now watch this.
Now
watch.
They gonna be
now
there.
watch. Now what?
What's different from 10 minutes ago?
You know how when they told you say I supposed to fought Lomachenko, right? And like how he said like he was retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in it so long that we are getting tired of it. Like we've been beating our body up so long, but it be like situations like just now, like where he talking, that spark the plug again.
Yeah, that's what
Is that all it takes for you? Is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you going out.
It always go like this. It always go like this.
Nah, what I'm
always
saying,
get the
you just
yapping,
said you feel like you going
and
out.
they go to
I don't
sleep.
want you to feel like you going out.
As the fight draws near, the tension continues to build.
He may or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin. What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he need to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that could afford each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out.
Tank's training video changed the narrative. Those who doubted him are now starting to believe, and critics are finally giving him the respect he deserves.
Once been able to solve Tank Davis, what do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We know we got a game plan. We're going to execute it. We're going to get the
Move that head, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Hey, that go both ways. That go both ways.
Bob and weave.
Tank, what is Lamont going to learn March 1st inside that ring here at Barclays Center?
Bob and weave, bob and weave. We got bob and weave.
He's gonna what?
We got bob and weave, job, bob and weave.
But Lamont Roach isn't backing down. He sees this as his big chance to take down one of boxing's biggest names and prove he belongs among the elite.
He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, you'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter. Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
And Floyd. He's watching closely, waiting to see if Tank's confidence will bring him victory, or if it will all unravel.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis-Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible one.
As Gervonta Tank Davis prepares for what he calls his final year in the ring, fans and experts are beginning to question whether facing Lamont Roach is the right choice. Many in the boxing community believe this matchup doesn't work in Tank's favor.
I know Lamont Roach, but when you look at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at these other fights that he should really be fighting, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all very big bollocks and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick and then make out like we won the fight. And then we send an offer over and then you fight for 15 million and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. But was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
Tank can clearly have better fights.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people. It don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fight on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight.
Tank has been hinting at retirement for months, vowing to finish with a big fight. But rather than taking on top-tier opponents like Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, he's set to face Lamont Roach, a talented fighter, no doubt, but not one that screams legacy. Many boxing fans see this as a questionable, underwhelming choice.
Fight has gotta happen. There's no way the fight don't happen. The best of the best versus the best, and I can't wait for it.
What would happen between you and Gervonta?
I'm going to win, for sure, 100%. I think that a lot of people going to bet the other way, and a lot of people going to lose money, but the people who bet this way going to win money.
Tank definitely had better options.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. You got the power, you got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Tells him to go fight from Cuba. No, think I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Fans and insiders are wondering why Tank isn't targeting the biggest names in his final year. Shakur Stevenson, one of the sport's top talents, has been calling him out for some time. Their matchup would have been explosive and captured the full attention of fans.
Watch it, but I saw it was an early knockout. You know, he come out sharp and put the man to sleep. You know, so you know he is next up. He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe to give him a good ass spanking.
Fans and insiders are wondering why Tank isn't targeting the biggest names in his final year. Shakur Stevenson, one of the sport's top talents, has been calling him out for some time. Their matchup would have been explosive and captured the full attention of fans.
Tank all day, man. Tank all day. Easy work. Easy work. My money little boy. Baby.
Grab this prop right here. Right here, the prop wrap.
Easy work, man.
Come on, next down here, please. Camera in the back, too. Go in the back, come on. You don't even need to.
That's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to catch all future uploads. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next one.